You and I talked about this walking up. I like a guy in this world who has hit rock bottom, and I think Geno Smith has hit the proverbial rock bottom in this world, you know, getting punched and his jaw broken in the locker room, and then, you know, the New York media crucifying him, and then now social media now in their mob state getting at him. And now he's got his back, you know, it's him against the world, Geno against the world, and I kind of like this spot for him. And another thing, too, we're watching all these quarterbacks sit in the pocket. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Tom Savage just take a sack because he's just too lumber, and he can't. Geno can move a little bit. The Raiders don't have great linebackers, so maybe this isn't the worst spot in the world for Geno. I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people do, but give Geno a shot. He's still a young cat, too.
Yeah. All right, Chris Cheon, the sole Geno Smith fan in the world. All right, we're going to go to break. 703-337-1020. We got more calls coming. So our questions of the night: is it Dak or Kirk Cousins? Next 5 years, who's your quarterback? Also, Eli Manning, does he deserve more than being benched? There's the number. See you after the break. All right, welcome back to Sports Talk. Here with Chris Cheon. All right, let's go straight to the phone lines. Tom is in Fairfax. Tom, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to comment. I know this is a dangerous thing for me to say, but I am a Giant fan. But it's not Eli. You look at the offensive line, nobody can block. Defense, has anyone taught those guys how to tackle? I mean, it's like simple Pop Warner stuff, and they don't do it. And so the defense gives up, you know, X amount of points, and they got to play from behind in every game.
So, Tom, you think Eli deserves more?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's no schmuck. I mean, look at what he's done in the past years, and now he's getting the boot, so to speak. You know, sitting on the bench. But again, I don't blame him. I just say, hey, fellas, offensive line, why don't you block? Defensive line, why don't you learn how to tackle?
All right, Tom, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing, I'm living here dangerous. I'm a Giant fan.
Yeah, you are. Very dangerous. Dangerous living.
He's had a good life, though. I mean, he's seen a couple of Super Bowls.
Exactly. Yeah, a couple.
I'm a Dolphins fan. I'd love to see the AFC Championship in my lifetime.
All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Colin is in Silver Spring. Colin, what's up?
Hey, guys. So, yeah, I'm tuned into your show, and I see you guys talking about Eli Manning, and I cannot think of another time in NFL history where a two-time winning Super Bowl quarterback is benched for someone like Geno Smith, who we've seen him play before on multiple teams, and he really hasn't shown much potential. If there was like an up-and-coming quarterback behind him, kind of like when Aaron Rodgers was behind Brett Favre, or, you know, in those situations, I can understand it, but to bench this guy, to give Geno a chance, it just slap in his face. Very disrespectful. If I was a Giants fan, I would be calling for McAdoo's head, which is likely going to get cut off at the end of the year anyway.
Well, but, that was my next point, Colin, and thank you so much for calling. McAdoo, when is he going to be gone? I mean, you can't just blame Eli, but the coaching has something to do with this, right?
Yes, but they've also, again, been hit by the injury bug, and it doesn't help that their front office hasn't exactly bolstered their offensive line. Offensive line is everything. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they float because of the fact that they have a great offensive line. I certainly understand the point, and I can understand, too, Eli being in the game because they have young wide receivers there. Sterling Shepard, the young kid out of Oklahoma playing there, he's been dealing with the migraines, but he's back this week. Eli's been really influential in terms of his development. But again, you have a quarterback in Geno Smith who can take off and run. So with these offensive line problems, get a guy who can scramble and kind of make something happen. I don't know. It's a different dynamic, I guess, for the Giants. Again, Geno Smith is not Tom Brady, but give him one shot. And I think Davis Webb is going to get playing time, too. This is an audition for both of them. And if you're really a Giants fan, you really want Eli Manning getting crushed out there, throwing interceptions, throwing at guys that you've never heard of at wide receiver. So, let him kind of take a back seat for a couple of games. I don't think his career in New York is over just because he got benched here.
It's pick your poison. Ron is in Beltsville. Ron, you there? Looks like we don't have Ron.
He's so taken away by that pro Geno Smith stance.
Yeah, exactly. and he saw your suit and tie. He was like, oh my God, too much sexiness for me. All right, so now here's what's funny. The color rush. Thursday, they were scheduled to wear the color rush jerseys. These things were hideous. Now, I haven't really seen them. I haven't had a chance to look at them, but I heard they're terrible. You look at this uniform. Do you like it?
Yeah.
You like it.
I kind of do. I think
You're
it's
one of
tight.
the few people that like this.
Listen, don't you like to kind of stand out sometimes in this world? You go to a party, you want to get looked at by everybody and say, oh, look at this guy. He's flashing. He's bold. I think that's kind of what the Redskins uniforms were about. I kind of did like them. Yeah, I would have rocked them. Why not? Who cares? You know, you're on a national stage. Who's to say that nice little yellow Maryland color right there isn't too, you know, I like it.
Now, do you go with the gold, the dirty mustard, or do you go with the burgundy on burgundy? Which would you take?
I like to live a little dangerously. I'm going the mustard on mustard. I want to make a statement.
Mustard on mustard?
Yeah, it's like in the movie Dumb and Dumber when they wear the light blue and the orange
That's right,
shirts. Everybody looks at them when they walk in.
That is very true.
That's what it would happen
And
here.
I think they had top hats to go along with that, right?
Yeah, I don't like to mess with my hair, so I don't know that I wear a top
You have
hat.
great, beautiful locks. Okay. Final thoughts from Chris when we come back. 703-337-1020 is the number. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Here with Chris Cheon, fantasy expert. I threw expert on there.
Appreciate that.
So finally, some defenses that people need to look at.
Yeah, I want to focus on defense because you got to make sure your whole roster is shored up in fantasy this week. Week 13 typically is the last week of the regular season, 14, 15, 16 of the playoffs. Look at the LA Chargers against the Browns. If you're in a deeper league, they're taken, but shallower league, you can maybe grab them. I like the Bears. Jimmy Garoppolo or not, the Bears' defense is actually pretty good. And no team has faced more plays inside their own 10-yard line than San Francisco. I like Tennessee, not season long, but in this matchup against the Houston Texans, who are inept on offense. And the Lions, I mean, you got to be in a 16-teamer, but their matchup's not so bad either. Or the Redskins against the Cowboys.
Or the Redskins. Burgundy. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk.